Imagine being able to pick up your slipper, eat it, and actually enjoy it. See? This is so tasty. How could doing something this gross actually be so enjoyable? Quick disclaimer though, the slipper I just ate is made out of cake and other edible ingredients, so it's 100% safe to eat. Please, please, please do not eat your slipper or any other footwear at home, as this could be quite harmful to you. Welcome back to Create with Chidex. I'm Chidema, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made a pair of slippers out of cake. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. To new subscribers, I say a big welcome to the family. And to those who haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on the notification bell. It doesn't cost you anything and you get notified when I post new content. So thanks in advance for your help. So without further ado, join me and we'll get started. My first step involved making the outsole, which is a piece of hard material at the base of a footwear. So to make this, I rolled out some pasta edge, and using a template which I already created, I cut out 2 outsoles, one for each slipper. Notice that I used the same template for the 2 outsoles, but to cut the second one I had to flip the template upside down to get the outsole for the right slipper. If I didn't do it this way, I would have been making 2 left slippers, which would have been weird, instead of making 1 right and 1 left slipper. I made these outsoles a day ahead to give them a chance to dry properly before using them. I cut the cake I was using into sheets with a height of 2 cm. So I'm working on the first sheet here for the first slipper, which is the left slipper. And to get the right length of the slipper, I had to cut each cake sheet into 2 and attach them lengthwise before using my template to cut out the shape of the slipper. Using the cake left over from the sheet, I cut out another layer of cake, but this time instead of cutting around the entire template, I cut out just towards the heel of the template. I wanted the slippers that I was making to be a bit high, so to add more height to my cake, I had a sheet of cake that was about 1 cm high. Using my template again, I cut out another layer of cake from this 1 cm cake sheet. Only this time I cut the cake from about the midsole area to the heel area.
You told me more than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now,
considering that this layer of cake was slanting and not laying flat, I made 2 little cuts by the left and right sides to help it lie better on the cake surface directly below it so that it wouldn't break or scatter. Now that I've cut out all the pieces for the left slipper, I used some buttercream to glue all these pieces together. I'm putting the pieces together just like pieces of a puzzle.
if you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me.
After gluing the pieces together, I used my paring knife to carve the front part of the top layer like so that it could be flush with the next cake layer directly below it. Then I covered the entire surface of the cake with a layer of buttercream.
Commitment
When I was done covering the left slipper with buttercream, I went on to make the right slipper, following the same process that I followed for the left slipper. But like I said earlier on, when cutting the cake layers for the right slipper, I had to flip the template upside down.
If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got it?
I've finished carving the second cake slipper, so I'm now covering it with a layer of buttercream, after which I'll put both cake slippers in the freezer for 30 minutes so that the buttercream can harden before I cover them in modeling chocolate. While the cakes were in the freezer, I put some modeling chocolate in between a sheet of parchment paper, folded the paper over it, and then rolled out the modeling chocolate into a long strip. Then I brought out the left cake slipper from the freezer, and using a little buttercream, I attached it to the left outsole that I made at the beginning. After attaching the cake to the outsole, I covered the sides of the cake with the modeling chocolate that I rolled out earlier on. Then I trimmed it.
If we don't feel the same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along.
And using the excess that I cut off from the top, I'm going to cover the front part of the cake.
Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you. So maybe I should go. If I had known from the start.
Next, I trimmed the top of the modeling chocolate further to make it completely flush with the top of the cake. Then using my paring knife, I carved and trimmed the sides of the cake to thin out the modeling chocolate and make it less bulky.
You have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you. So maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my
To cover the top of the cake, I rolled out some modeling chocolate also in parchment paper, cut it to shape using my template. Then I covered the cake top with it and trimmed it down to size.
You came into my life and started a fire. You made me
I followed exactly the same process to cover the right cake slipper, and now I'm making the straps for the left and the right cake slippers. So to do this, I rolled out some modeling chocolate and used the bling ribbon to texturize the modeling chocolate before cutting out 4 strips.
Baby, here in my heart. When I'm with you, I feel so much better. Oh, yeah. Before you, I was just a shell, so stuck in.
I cut the remaining 2 strips slightly wider than the first 2, so I used the wider strip of bling ribbon.
Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me, 'cause you know and I know we're onto something good. You know and I know we got something good.
When I was done making the straps, I used my paring knife to cut out holes for the straps, and then I attached them. To give the straps some support while they dried, I folded some parchment paper and placed them underneath the straps. Now for the fun part, I used 2 soft brushes, a large one and a small one, to paint some powdered edible gold color all over the 2 cake slippers. I used the smaller brush to get into smaller crevices where the large brush couldn't fit into.
Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told.
Finally, I painted some edible silver glitter on the straps.
Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her.
And then using some edible black gel color and some vodka, I painted the word cake and create with Chidex on top of the heel area. And there you have it. The edible cake slippers are done. Just look at all that sparkle. And now I'm going to cut the cake.
Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn.
I've now come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!